Okay, on the 7th of December coming up, we will have the 84th anniversary of the infamous day in American history, so they say, of the Pearl in the Harbour. And this guy here is just not interested in what's happening. He's looking off to the left, uh, exit stage left, and the bent elbow. Of course, we know the bent elbow, number 7, and it will be a 7 day, of course. Now, what's very interesting about this day this year, um, it is from the founding of America, an interesting number. Yes, a lot of people who do these sort of things have been talking about this, especially that Cody channel. I think it's quite interesting from the July of the 4th to our date this year, we have 91101. 91101. Now, of course, that is the other day of infamy in American history. So what a strange correlation. Now, the 8-4, of course, which we know um, over the years, we've looked at a lot because, of course, it's Barack Obama's birthday numbers, either 8-4 or 4-8, where you live in the world. And as well as that, we have people who just were unlived, had 84, especially this November. Now, an interesting one just recently was Sally Kirkland, and named after her mother, was also a Sally Kirkland, born Sarah Peeney. Yes, Peeney indeed, Vogue and Life magazines. And look, got any doubts about the Sarah Peeney? We have Andy Warhol for the factory. And we know anything to do with Andy Warhol? There's the war, the ram, the jaw. And we know the jaw, the J-E, war. And this factory, what an interesting name. And the most 13, 13 most beautiful women. Andy Warhol, can you believe this, folks? Yes, and it wasn't any old day. And look at this junior, that's usually for males. I've never seen this much with a female. And, well, we know that's a bit strange, isn't it? And born on Halloween and dies on the Armistice Day, 11/11. 250. Talk about flogging something to death. 250 film and television productions. It just doesn't seem right, does it? Very amazing. But of course, we have this number here. Now, sixes and sevens, of course, a big meme on the net in the last few months. But 11/11 and Halloween. Too interesting. And of course, we can see what the name is here. And Junior, you got to admit that is strange. Yes, some interesting films for Sally going home here. And this one is by Herbert. Leo, another Leo in the mix there. A very common thing, as we know. Here's one, the Griffin and the Phoenix. Yes, Phoenix, Arizona. And Gabby Giffords. And In A Star Is Born and Private Benjamin. Two pretty interesting films there. Private Benjamin. Oh, this is the thing, it's not coming up for that one. Annoying. I'll just bring it up. Goldie Hawn movie. Biggest box office hits of 1980. and a girl sort of playing the private. So it's a swing to having no, having women, I should say, as the number one stuff. Uh, yes, very interesting. 28. Blood Honor, of course, 28. And JB, Jochen and Boaz. But her television credits quite interesting. We know the big Charlie theme, and just so happens Sally was a guest starring role on Charlie's Angels. And on the Falcon Crest, of course, it's the time of Horus. And Police Story, Hawaii 5-0. In 1984, we have Fatal Games. Well, that was fatal at 84 for her. Star is Born, of course, there. Uh, with that, the funny girl, Barbara Streisand, and Chris Christopherson. One that went out at 88 to start that 88 run. Now we've had the 84 run. Quite interesting. Yes, linked here to the JFK movie. So it's certainly revolving around sort of these big events like Pearl Harbour, JFK, and 9/11/01. This one here, Two Evil Eyes, and Paint It Black. Paint It Black, like the Rolling Stones song. And here we go, how interesting is that? And continuing on with the 84 theme here, and the 11, Ocean's 11, and the President, Delano Roosevelt. It's Michael Delano. Yes, died at the age of 84. And then we have Kenneth Kerslake, Mercy General Hospital, at 84. And of course, the big one we had was good old Dick Cheney in his last words, and died at 84. And even more interesting, really, is a receiver of the Tony Award, Tony. And of course, we know Tony with the big T. This is a very important thing to all of them. And it's very like Erica is France, Lane, France, like Father Kent, Superman idea. But Elizabeth France, a Tony Award winning actress. Yes, what an interesting character she is indeed. There's more about the Ocean 11 star there. Now, this guy's very interesting, and he is now 84, and he's sporting that red hair. And Lone tells me, like I've said, they all have red hair, these people, in the top T echelons. And look at that there. And, yes, the Robert. Don't forget the Robert has been one of the big themes. Roberta Flack, Robert Charles Redford, Charles Robert Redford, and Robert the Pope, and plenty of other Robs along the way. So one and another Rob here around this time. Now, there's much more I could say about this, and we'll do in an upcoming video getting closer to the Pearl Day. But the 68-year career, 68-14. 77, and one of the best-selling musicians, eh? It's good old Robert Allen Zimmerman. Yes, born in 1941. Now I've got to give a shout out to somebody who gave me a big donation, and the best of donations I've had for a long time. Helped this channel along, and so thanks very much. And it was direct to my PayPal. It was quite a surprise. And I just had to go and put new tyres on my car, strange enough, and it had really drained my account, among a few other bills I had. So it was really a joy to behold to have a little donation like that, and a substantial one. So thanks to that person, you'll know who you are, and thanks to the other people on the Patreon, uh, keeping this channel going. Thank you so much. All right, I'll have another video up tomorrow with a bit more detail about all these things. Thank you very much.